Hi, I'm Barbara Lamanna, and welcome to In the Kitchen with Barbara. Let me tell you a little bit about myself. I'm a CAA graduate. I've worked at the New York Institute of Technology for the past 13 years, and I'm currently the food director at Park Shore School and Day Camp. Today I'm here to teach you some healthy, economical, and easy recipes from my kitchen to yours. On today's show, I'll be featuring a lemon garlic chicken infused with rosemary, a dish you'll leave an impression in-laws with. Today I'm going to prepare a beautiful, elegant, yet simple and quick chicken and asparagus dish that I think yourself and your friends will absolutely love. Some very basic ingredients as well. We have a julienne chicken, we have garlic and shallots, rosemary, lemon, and wine, and we finish it with a little parsley, salt, pepper, and butter. Very, very simple. So I start out with taking some olive oil, and you want to be generous with the olive oil because you have to coat the bottom of the pan, okay? And because you're going to have to cook all this chicken in it, so you can't have it too dry. So let that heat, and on the side, I have a seasoned flour that I seasoned with salt and pepper and onion powder, and the onion powder just gives it a really nice taste, a nice finish to the chicken. And you just want to lightly toss the chicken with the flour. You want to remove any excess flour if possible, because what happens, that flour tends to burn inside the oil. So you can just shake it off like that, put it back in the separate plate, go back, shake up a little more just until it's coated. And what the flour does, it acts as a barrier for moisture. It helps keep the chicken strips moist inside, and it also aids in color. And color is going to aid in the flavor. So there's three uses while you're doing this with the flour. Okay, so again, it's going to act as a moisture barrier. It's going to hold the moisture inside. It's going to add color and flavor to these chicken strips, keeping it tender. Okay, once all of them are coated, set them aside. The oil's nice and hot, as you can see. You don't want to go too hot, because then you don't want to burn the chicken too soon. So you can do this in stages. You don't want to overcrowd the pan as well, because when you overcrowd too much in the pan with the chicken, you're going to land up not getting the color that's needed on the chicken itself. And you don't want to boil it. You're trying to saute it. So I like to do it in different increments on the chicken, shaking that extra chicken and flour, and set that aside. Bring over the remaining chicken. I still have a little bit more room to do this. Okay, I have here about 2 pounds of chicken cutlets that have been cut in julienne strips. After that, I set it aside. My garlic, I have about 4 cloves of garlic that has been chopped, 3 shallots that have been minced, a half a bunch of parsley that I chopped and washed and dried. You have to squeeze dry in a towel. You want to remove that extra green chlorophyll water that is not needed in the chicken dish. I have a couple tablespoons of butter and juice of 1 lemon. And those are the ingredients for this dish, which will serve about 6 people, okay? I also took a pound of asparagus that I washed, and I chopped them into about 1/2 inch to 2 inches in diameter. And what I did is I'm boiling water, and you put salt, because salt helps the moisture come out, and helps also with the green chlorophyll in the asparagus, making the asparagus nice and vibrant. So while that is cooking and the chicken is cooking, I'm going to add in my asparagus. Okay, and that's going to act as a great garnish. You can even add the rest in there as well. The chicken is getting nice and brown. I'm going to saute that up a little bit. Now the key is nice and light colored, not too dark in the golden brown area, light golden on each side. Once you achieve that, you remove the chicken from the pan. Once that has been achieved, you're going to deglaze the pan with the wine and shallots and bay leaf and rosemary. Okay, nice light color like I said. The asparagus are only going to take about a minute or two because you still want a little bit of bite with the asparagus tips. You don't want them mushy. And you also want the vibrance in color. And I told you, when you add salt to the water for any green vegetable, it's going to make it brighter in color. That's what retains that brightness, is the salt in there. Okay? So, again, and you don't want to cover it, because when you cover a boiled pot with the salt that has a green vegetable in it, what happens is the vegetables actually start turning brown. So it's important to keep it uncovered once the water has boiled for green vegetables. Okay? So you get a nice color. A little bit more on the asparagus, as you can see. And we're going to serve this with a nice brown rice to even make it healthier. Finish off the dish to make it a complete balanced meal. You have your protein, your veg, and a nice brown rice as a starch, which we'll go over later. So you can see, it's important not to crowd the pan. Okay? A little bit more on the chicken. I'm going to remove the chicken from the pan. Okay, and we're going to do one more quick run. We've got to add back more oil, right? Because the chicken and the flour absorbed it, so then your pan is dry. So when you're using the same pan is fine, but you, again, remove the chicken, add back more oil because the other chicken and flour had absorbed. So we're going to go back. We're going to add the remaining because the pan is nice and hot, so this will cook quicker. Chicken strips. And when the chicken's cut small like this, it goes far, it stretches, and it also stays nice and tender. But I do notice when you make chicken without the flour like this, it tends to become a little bit more rubbery than with not using the flour itself. Okay? Check our asparagus. They still feel a little too firm. So we're going to let that continue a little bit more. If you're someone who likes a lot of garlic, you can add more garlic. If you're someone who just likes a hint of that, that's fine too. Same goes with the wine. If you like a strong wine flavor, you can increase your wine. I'm going to put about a little less than a cup of wine in this whole dish. So I have about 2 pounds of chicken, right? Julienne, dredged in a seasoned flour with salt and pepper. Hot pan, a little bit of oil in the bottom to coat. You can use olive oil, you could use a vegetable oil, it really doesn't matter. If you're someone who's a little more conscious about your health, you might want to stay with the olive oil, but just watch your heat, because what happens if you can actually burn it. What I like to do also is mix some olive oils and vegetable oils together. So therefore I'm getting the flavor of the olive oil, but I'm getting the benefit for the high smoke point of a corn oil or a vegetable oil. And a whole meal can be done in less than 25 minutes. It's between prep time and cooking. It's very, very simple. So now I'm going to pour my asparagus. I'm going to turn off my water, my boiling water with salt. I'm going to drain that because I don't need that moisture. Okay, and at the end we're going to toss this in because we don't want to ruin the color of the asparagus, and that's what's going to add that beautiful flavor and pop to the plate once it is done. I'm going to remove the chicken.